The last thing I want to talk about is the Common City Index, the domain indices and the indicators. So there's 30 indicators that you can use in the Indicate tool, and they're listed here. So consumption of renewables, greenhouse gas emissions per sector, renewable plants, energy consumption, occupancy, smart metering, total employment rate, whether buildings have had retrofits, whether a building has special heritage status. These are all indicators that we can use to get like a high level view of either a building or a town. They give us kind of summary measures about a town. So these are broken down into, so there's 30 indicators. The 30 indicators are broken down into 3 domains, and they're in different colors here. So the first one is carbon reduction. The second one, the green, is energy efficiency, and the last one is cost reduction. So they're the 3 domains that you see in the dashboard. In the dashboard here. So carbon reduction, energy efficiency, and cost reduction. So these are all built out of the individual indicators from this sheet. Then those 3 domain indices are combined together to generate the Common City Index. And the Common City Index is just a relative measure of the performance of a city. So in the Indicate tool, there's just 2 cities in the tool, Genoa and Dundalk. And the Common City Index basically gives you a measure over those 30 indicators of how Dundalk is relative to Genoa. And then it breaks it down into domain indices. So these domain indices tell you about how Dundalk is doing in carbon reduction, energy efficiency, and cost reduction relative to Genoa. And in this case, it seems that Genoa is doing considerably better than Dundalk, and Dundalk has got a pretty low score. These are, so the maximum value for each domain is 100. And the maximum value for the Common City Index is also 100. So these also give us a kind of a high level, relative to other cities, how Dundalk is performing. And if we wanted to increase the performance of Dundalk, we would look at, this tells us maybe we should focus on carbon reduction, and then within carbon reduction, maybe we should look at some of these indicators, that maybe we don't have enough renewables, maybe there's too much energy consumption in public buildings, maybe we can do better about our public waste. These are all the things that we should tackle in order to increase our score in those areas. And the idea of the tool is that this is actually one thing I'm going to ask the users to help me with after we're finished the user testing, is we can customize the dashboard, and for different users we'd like to customize the dashboard and pick out the indicators that are most suitable for your job, that if you were doing your job, that we can set up the dashboard to be as useful as possible to you in analysing the town or doing your job. So that's something we can talk about in the interviews. Okay, thanks very much. That's the Common City Index, the domain indices, and the indicators. Next is time for